and welcome to AleksTabletops Sandbox MTG Study session 94. My name is Alex, and today we kind of getting back to Magic finally after a kind of a week of hiatus. Didn't stream Magic for kind of almost a week. I played it still, but not that much as usual. Right now we're going through the update. I didn't launch it today, so apparently something new is launched, like some type of a new patch. And while we're waiting, I guess we could just basically touch upon like certain subjects. First change for MTG Study streams now. I'm going to stream less. Like at the beginning, the whole idea of streaming was like stream as much as possible, but now I want to create streams a little bit shorter because again, right now I'm kind of transitioning from the game portion of my streaming channel to a creative portion. The same kind of goes for the YouTube, and I want to make this transition as fast as possible, and in order to make sure that it's going to happen faster and better, I'm going to basically stream less and like spend less time on gaming content and more on creative content. So creating it at least. So and because of this, by the way, that was kind of a weird thing. Yeah, settings are kind of fine. So let's just check this out and continue. It's kind of a weird thing. Yeah, settings are kind of fine. So let's just check this out and continue. Good. Sounds seem to work. Yep, let's just continue. So, as usual, we're just going to go through regular rewards. Maybe at some point we will try to play, I don't know, Quick Constructed. Maybe. Again, I'm staying as far as possible from draft because I'm not going to be able to draft very well. At some point I will still try it, but again, as I said previously, I'm going to try draft only after 100th episode. So maybe during 100th episode we'll see. But basically after 100th episode celebration, which I'm still thinking how to kind of implement, we're definitely going to change thematic streams and make them either less thematic and a little bit more free. Or basically we'll see what's going to happen. For now, we're again going to stick to rank constructed, just going to go through quests and earn 8 basic gold. So first let's just try to go in 750. Nope. So we need to cast white and green spells, which not going to be able to do today, unfortunately, because today's theme is garbage and glory, which means that we're going to play the first hour, since I'm going to stream less now instead of 4 hours, 2 hours. The first hour of the session we're going to play as Garbage Seekers, which is basically a red deck with curses. And the second part of the session we're going to play as the Glory Seekers, which kind of a reworked version of Victory Seekers. So the funny thing is about Victory Seekers, now they have 5 colors, and this is a Planeswalker deck. So that was pretty weird. So before that, Victory Seekers was a mono red, but I figured out that it's just not working. Like, I'm not like winning that much with this deck. And then I decided to add best cards that I have in this deck and basically make it a Victory Seekers. Most of the matches with Victory Seekers I actually won. It's pretty easy to play it. It could be stopped if certain Planeswalkers will be destroyed quickly. But if you play smart, most matches you will win. And matches with Victory Seekers are pretty long. We're going to play with all of these in a little bit later sessions before 100th episode. For now, again, this session we're going to stick to Glory Seekers and to a Garbage Seekers. Of course, we're going to start from Garbage because we starting from Garbage and then we go into the Glory. The whole idea. Yep, let's just do that. I'm not going to make changes in this deck. I already tested for a lot of, basically, tested it a lot. I believe it works pretty well, and I don't believe that it needs changes. At least I don't have things to add in it or change yet. Maybe in time. Okay, let's just start change to a... By the way, new deck is the Speed Seekers, which is kind of the opposite of a Victory Seekers. It needs to be as fast as possible to basically go through the daily quests as fast as possible. Not necessarily win each game, but at least go quickly through the game. To not spend that much time on getting dailies. Where are the Garbage Seekers? Yep, here they are. And I guess let's start. Let's start. So, yeah. So again, the main changes that I'm going to stream for now, 2 hours instead of 1, instead of 4. This decision basically, I believe, is the right decision at this point because it will allow me to focus more on creative side and less on other things. And at some point, if I'm going to bring back creative and put it on its own feet, then I will potentially could bring back the normal streams. The same reason was to pause a overall game streams, the Brain Games Day and Storytelling Games Day, which I loved, but again, it took a certain amount of time that I didn't have, so... Okay, this is better. At least we have curses, we have early removal, we have at least one creature, and yeah, hopefully we'll get lands at some point. Nope, we don't need that yet. So, Magic Board again ignores me for some reason. That means that we probably need to go into Magic Arena content and post thing in there. Of course, the first thing that I'm going to play is going to be the curse. Let's hope that opponent doesn't have a 1-mana counter. Ooh, opponent doesn't have a land? Okay, this is probably going to be a quick win. Since now we're going to stick to 1 hour, we're not going to go through a lot of matches throughout the session. So it's going to be kind of limited. So before that we at least played during the session with 4 hours, 2 hours for each deck. We managed to play at least like from 9 to 12 matches. Now things are definitely going to change. Depending on what deck we're playing. Oh, interesting. Interesting contrast. 0 contrast. Basically, we're potentially playing against the mirror deck. Okay, we're not going to be able to use removal. We don't have additional land to play Raider's Wake, which is kind of a bummer. It would be ideal right now to play Raider's Wake. Let's hope that the next turn we will be able to do that. And it's a good thing that we don't have any creatures, so we're not going to lose additional things. So yeah, I'm going to make notes for Garbage Seekers. Garbage. The second part is going to be Glory. So with Garbage Seekers again, how many matches we're going to play. Overall, how many wins and losses we're going to go through. Again, I don't believe that we're going to play more than 5 matches with each deck. It all depends on the longevity of the matches. I don't believe that they're going to be super quick, because right now Magic seems kind of lagging a bit. Like maybe because of the update, there's a problem with the servers. Who knows? That might be the case. It could result in slow play. Yeah, like 5-6 matches, I guess. Ideally, it would be cool if we would be able to play 6 matches. So, again, as usual, we're going to take notes about the decks that we're playing against, and we'll just try to overall... Okay, opponent definitely have troubles with lands. So is we. Please, give us a 4th one. We need 4th one. 2 less Raider's Wake, and don't forget that opponent probably has counter spells. Okay, that was probably a mistake from the opponent's part, if there are counter spells. And we didn't get a land. This is a bad thing. This is a shame. So we're kind of in a pretty bad situation. Okay, let's attack them. Since we don't have any other creatures. I think it's not wise to block. I would rather keep Mommy for later, after I will put a couple of more creatures. Yep. And the turn. And again, we're not going to use Moment of Craving. Only on a other creature without Death Aftermath. Oh, hello Moment of Craving. That kind of means that we need to use Moment of Craving now. It will force opponents to put +1/+1 counter on creature destroyed before using Moment of Craving, and Moment of Craving is not going to be used. That way opponent's not going to gain 2 lives. Yep, good. No, actually opponent gained 2 lives, which is weird. Because opponent choose not to put -1/-1 counters. Yep. Okay, so the perfect thing for us at this point, ideally could be put Raider's Wake, but Torment of Scarabs is better at this point. Because we still don't have any creatures to attack with. To utilize Ravenous Chupacabra with combination of Raider's Wake, we need at least 2 turns, so this kinda will be utilized faster. Also today we're streaming without the chatbot, because for some reason after a week not streaming it basically broke, and I need to regenerate tokens okay, this is going to be a hard thing to say. Authentication tokens. Yes. So because of this, it's going to kind of no bots, no chat bot throughout today's session. Also today we're what? I just checked. Okay, good. So ideally it could be a good idea right now to use Moment of Craving first and keep Ravenous Chupacabra for later. But instead, since 4, 5, 6, we potentially could get a 6 land on the next turn. Because of this, we could utilize Moment of Craving and Ravenous Chupacabra at the same time. So first, let's just play Raider's Wake now. Yeah, I guess we're playing against Curse deck. Curses. Maybe Curses Control, I don't know. Because it seems like it's Curses Control. Again, I'm pretty bad in depicting archetypes for decks, because I'm not necessarily familiar with them that well. I know that there are mid-range decks, engine decks, control, aggro. What else we have? Combo. Basically, engine, it's kind of a variation of the combo deck. 2 combo deck and other variables, but they are too general, and it's pretty hard for me to pick up a proper way. Ooh, good. The proper deck type out of a couple of cards. Because of that, I'm sticking to... Okay, we're not going to play anything. Let's just go passively. It's pretty fun to play with Garbage Seekers. I don't know, we didn't have that many reds, only 1, and usually, although I have like 12 reds in here, or 10 overall, Most of them are red colony reds and one red with Death Touch. I'm rarely putting in play more than 4 reds. Usually it's kind of 3, because they're pretty easily easily destroyed. They're just not able to survive for a long time. Either I'm using them just for an empty attack and forcing opponents to discard a card and lose 2 lives, and then losing them on attack and block, or I'm just using them for blocking the attacking creatures. So this is the whole point of this deck. It's not necessarily here to kill opponent with the red colony, it's here to kill opponent with the... Okay. We definitely don't want to sacrifice any permanents. Ideally, we could like easily discard a Moment of Craving at this point. Or not, let's just discard Golden Demise. I don't believe that we're going to be utilize Golden Demise at all. It's just not something that I believe it's possible in here. Oh snap, this is bad. I so don't want to play Ravenous Chupacabra. I want to keep it for later, but at the same time, opponent not playing any creatures. Okay, let's just be patient. We're in pretty good situation at this point. The only problem, next turn we have to lose life. The cool thing is that opponent highly likely is going to lose 3 lives instead of discarding card and losing 2 life. Because you're kind of losing more by that. But I don't believe that opponent will be able to survive that. Like 5, 24, 3 threats, 2 threats. Okay. I'm still waiting for the opponent to play creatures though. But I guess we could destroy opponent just passively without playing anything. If one is going to put creature in play, it's even going to be worse for the opponent. And we still have a Moment of Craving to stop. Oh snap! I hate, by the way, how this freaking Tormented Scrub's basically activating. It activates the worst way possible. Before the turn starts, and it's so freaking annoying because you can click things randomly and it could result in basically making a huge mistake that result in losing. We're not going to play anything again. Playing creature is not going to give us any good, so let's just go with passive thing. Yeah, I guess this is the Curse Control. I still didn't saw the opponent using anything blue. Apparently there are counter spells, and opponent kind of keeps mana for that. I believe if opponent is going to discard a card right now, there's definitely needs to be a counter spell. So, or at least something control. I definitely want to see what type of control opponent has. Returners? Counters? Beep 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 boop boom. Curses control. Yeah, opponent is definitely thinking. Come on, discard a card. Right now it's better. Okay. Yeah. Moaning Wall. Oh, okay. That was kind of clear. Scared freaking deck. Okay, we're going to kill it pretty quickly, which is a good thing for us. I guess we could discard Barrier right now. We're not going to need that. Let's just draw, use Chupacabra. Oh snap, this is good. There's no necessity of using this. Let's just play Chupacabra and that's it. 1, 8, 2, 8, 3. At least it will kind of stop upon it. That's yeah, we're going to lose life. Opponent is going to gain 2 lives, but it's completely fine. At some point we're going to get Vraska's Contempt, that way we could exile Scrap God, but let's hope it's not going to take. By constantly removing Scarab God, we're not going to give the opponent a chance of bringing back creatures from the graveyard. So hopefully we have enough time to do that. So now, since Scarab God is in play, it could change the landscape of the game pretty quickly. Oh, snap. Not good. So yeah. We're kind of slowly losing our... Oh, opponent decides to not play Scarab God. 3, 4, 5. Definitely not going to be able to play it, which is good for us though. We're still not going to discard card. Let's just lose life now. Okay, playing this defender kind of pointless, so instead let's just kind of cycle it, and hopefully we will get something better. Good, let's protect ourselves against Scarab God. Oh, come on! Stupid land. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I believe opponent is definitely going to play Scarab God. But again, not enough mana to bring cards back from the graveyard, so we still have a chance. The perfect situation for us if we will get another Torment of Scarabs or something that will force opponent to sacrifice more permanents. We're still in trouble. This is the thing, playing with Scarab God. So don't forget that opponent could have a, basically, the big spell. I forget how it's called. I have it too. That could result in losing all of our lives. Let's just right away do this without waiting. And again, don't want to sacrifice any permanents. Let's just lose life. We could allow ourselves to do that. Oh, this is bad. Okay, let's just strictly play. So right now, with 2 Trespasser curses, it's much harder for the opponents to get out of the situation and playing God. So, playing God, losing 2 lives. So, this is a weird choice though. I would probably sacrifice Trespasser's Curse. Good. And ideally, in couple of, like, if we're going to get lucky, we have a chance to win. Probably shouldn't do that, but in case opponent decides to attack with Scarab God, kind of want to make sure that opponent definitely... Oh, we're actually winning, I guess, because if opponent is going to discard a card... No. Yeah, probably it was a mistake to put a creature in play. But again, opponent could use it on a Scarab God, it's not that big of a deal. Target creature gets -2/-2. It not specifies the opponent. So opponent could use Moment of Craving on the Scarab God. Okay, we're kinda in trouble. So now opponent able to bring back something from the graveyard. I don't believe that opponent is going to bring back something from my graveyard. There's nothing there. Logically... I think opponent needs to bring back Flying with Lifelink, or basically this guy. But it's pretty risky to bring back this guy back. Yeah, this is definitely a better choice. Okay. Aw, come on. Oh snap, we kinda have to play it. So now opponent has to sacrifice 4/4. Or discard a card and lose the game. Or sacrifice Scarab God, which is better, because then you could replay it. Because discarding a card again results in losing. I believe the smartest choice right here to sacrifice Scarab God, then bring it back. No, not bring it back. Attack with 4/4, then bring it back after gaining 4 lives. Yeah, I guess this is the only thing that opponent could do. It all depends what opponent has there in hand. But don't forget that next turn opponent can't do anything, because if I'm going to attack with red colony, I'm forcing opponent to discard a card and lose 2 lives regardless. So even if opponent is going to do the things that he or she needs to do right now, like sacrificing Scarab God, attacking with 4, gaining 4 lives, that means like 6 there. Assuming putting Scarab God back, resulting... Why we lost life? Yeah, resulting in losing 2 lives, being with 4. Oh, okay, this is an interesting choice. I believe smarter decision would be to place Scarab God though, but I'm not sure, because right now we're in pretty bad situation. I guess at this point we kinda go into sacrifice and non-land permanent instead of losing 3 lives, because we don't have that many lives. And the permanent that we're going to sacrifice is going to be this, because Trespasser's Curse at this point is not going to help us that much. So we're going to put this one for block. Hope it's the right decision. Then we're going to attack opponent. We're going to deal 3 damage. 2 damage with discarding a card. And we're pretty freaking close. This is actually a pretty interesting game. I mean, it's kind of on the edge. So, even with 24 lives, I knew that it's not done deal. We still have potential to lose this, which is kind of a cool thing. Ooh. Yeah, this game is pretty... hot. I mean, there's a lot of thinking involved. Not from my side necessarily, because I'm just putting things in play the way that I'm putting them. It's more like the reaction play from the opponent's side. Okay, this is a smart choice for the opponents to play all cards. But again, opponent can play Scarab God now, only after attacking, of course. Now I'm thinking maybe I should sacrifice Raider's Wake instead of Trespasser's Curse, but again, I kinda couldn't. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, freaking land. This is the worst idea ever. Ugh. So, we're going to lose because of that. So there's no point of attacking, because we're not going to utilize Raider's Wake, because there's no cards in the opponent's hand. So, let's just hope that opponent is going to constantly sacrifice Scarab God, attacking. Yeah, we're actually going to lose. If we're not going to get additional tournaments of Scarabs or another big curse, I believe we're actually losing. Unfortunately. So again, the same tactic, opponent should sacrifice Scarab God. Then attack with 4 again. Then play, lose 1 life. But before sacrificing Scarab God, it would be a good idea to bring back something from the graveyard, I guess. I don't know if opponent able to do that as... Yeah, actually opponent able to do this, so... Before sacrificing Scarab God, I believe opponent has to utilize its ability. Bring back something from the graveyard, sacrifice this thing from the graveyard. Something not important. Like Chupacabra, after it enters the battlefield and kills the red colony. That way opponent could attack with 5. Yeah, we're actually done. If opponent is going to make the right decision, we're done. So again, right now the smartest choice is to put a Lurking Chupacabra in play. this way. Yes, kill the red colony. Yep, attack with 5 fire and 4/4, and basically win the game. Sacrifice Chupacabra. Yep, so we're losing. Good game. Yep, we kinda don't have a choice. Even if I didn't sacrifice the Raider's Wake, I still believe we would win. Again, that was a pretty close game. We had a chance to win, but we didn't manage. Overall, that was a pretty awesome game. It was, by the way, not a control. That was like a curses, removal. I don't know. Someone would say that removal decks are control decks because you kind of control the play. Yep, continuing. Yeah, we were pretty close. We had a chance to win, but we didn't get lucky. Again, Scarab God did everything. If it wasn't for Scarab God, I believe we had a chance. But since it enters the battlefield, it kind of created this loopy problem, which we're not able to kind of solve. Oh, come on! This is the worst hand ever. Okay, at least we have a removal. The worst. Boom. Okay, since MTG bot is not seeing me, screw it then. I'm not even going to post anything. Today's stream is going to be relatively short. There's no point. Beep beep beep. The thing about streaming, like, I never talked about this during the stream, but you're noticing, like, I'm already streaming for about, like, more than 6 months, maybe 7th, or something like that, maybe even more, and there's zero growth, because I'm not necessarily, like, promoting myself that well. Because I believe there's no point of promoting yourself if you have nothing to kind of show or nothing to give people to people. And I'm not considering myself as a good Magic player, so because of that, I don't believe that I have something to offer when it comes down to a like super awesome play and etc. And when it comes down to like attracting people just to play for fun and chill out and basically hang out, this is not necessarily something that I usually do. I hope in the future my streams will become a little bit more entertaining and a little bit more somewhat promotion worthy. But right now, I don't want, but also I don't like self-promotion that well. Like, I get that in this industry and nowadays, without self-promotion, you're just basically not able to survive. But at the same time, I don't like the idea of self-promotion because it seems like you forcing yourself onto others some way. I don't know, like.
I battle for the forces of good.
I wish it was the way to promote yourself effortlessly, like just be there and hope that people will come and recognize whatever you're doing. So, thinking, ideally, yeah, let's just go and draw cards. We don't have that much time. Want to potentially play the decks with tokens. Let's hope that opponent is going to give us a red. Not a curse. This is, by the way, not a curse, but still. Be on them. Good. This one will give us additional mana. We're probably going to be able to play an Elder Reborn next turn. Opponent have to sacrifice a probably champion. I believe opponent is going to keep cat in play. It's a little bit more valuable because it works in synergy with cats. Of course, we're going to block without a doubt. And also the fact that right now Magic on a closed beta stage, I don't want to realize all my ideas when I have for streaming Magic on this stage, because it kind of seems somewhat pointless to do this at this point because you're not going to get that much. Oh, would be a good idea to use Golden Demise at some point, but not now. Let's just use it a little bit later. Let's just do this first. Well, we can. To keep ourselves alive, we're going to produce a Golem to 2 to block 4 to Cat, in case opponent not going to sacrifice the Cat. But I believe opponent actually has to sacrifice champion, but again, it's kind of a weird thing. There's only one champion and there's... Yeah, let's just go with -2. We need to protect Karn.
Awaken.
Okay, each opponent discards a card, which is a good thing, but the thing is, there's highly likely opponent is going to play all cards next turn. Like, if there's going to be a land and 2 cheap cats. Let's hope it's not going to be the case. I'm playing against Sasu. By the way, completely forgot to kind of depict that we lost the first match. But that was super close. That was super close. Again, when you're playing against the mirror decks, with similar kind of the idea of the deck, it all comes down to who's going to get the best card possible, and the opponent in the previous game basically got the best card possible faster than us. And we got it, so... Oh, this is actually interesting. So now opponent has to discard a card, and of course this is a Cat 1/1. So, let's go. Ooh, snap. We're going to lose Roska Contempt. The opponent is going to give us a red colony. Which is completely fine, we have like 4 red colonies. This is probably one of the first times that I have that many reds in my hand. Usually, again, as I said, like 2 at least in my hand, maximum. And at some point, I will be able to put in play at least 4 before they're going to be destroyed. Also, using Golden Demise, I need to use it carefully. By the way, when we're going to decide what to bring back from the graveyard, I believe we either should bring back this Defender or this Cat. I believe bringing back a Cat would be a good idea. Let's just... Oh no, let's just kill the champion. Let's hope that opponent doesn't have any buffs. Kill the champion. We still have 2 reds. Not that big of a deal. And we were just going to return champion instead with this thing. Good. So now bringing back, of course, the champion. Okay, it seems the wiser choice that we will be able to block. Again, we're going to keep Golden Demise until we're going to get to City's Blessing. Opponent already has there. So I believe the smarter choice while we have Planeswalker in play is to return Roska Contempt from the graveyard. Because it's definitely going to help us at some point. We kind of have blocker, so let's just return Roska Contempt. We have only 1 copy of Roska Contempt, and we need to cherish it, so this is kind of, yeah. And continue to place our freaking red colony. Okay, so far so good. The cool thing is that opponent doesn't have that like big of a card advantage. The only problem, of course, is this freaking enchantment, which I'm not going to be able to kill or destroy. I don't have anything against enchantments in this deck, unfortunately. Okay, this is a weird thing. Why opponent is doing this? It could be a provocation. When it attacks on top of all other creatures you control. We could kill one of the reds, but no. Reds are a little bit more valuable in terms of... I don't believe that there's something massive there. Oh, that's why. This is not good. So we definitely need to use Raska Contempt on this thing. Because I don't have anything else to use it for, so putting Raider's Wake could be a good idea, but at this point it's pointless. Opponent doesn't have any cards. Let's just go with +1. Let's hope we're going to get something good. Okay, land. Which is a fine. Again, opponent highly likely going to give us a land instead of a red. We already played a land, so yeah, let's just use Raska Contempt on this thing, and kind of don't have a choice. And there's no point of attacking, we're going to same block. Okay, opponent decides to give us a win. I believe we could play this match for longer, maybe it could result in a different outcome, but we played against pretty unsettling player, I guess, that don't want to spend that much time on playing the game that could lead nowhere, maybe? I don't know. Continuing, so we played against Catbag. And we won this match. Good. So this is our second match. We have like 15 minutes to go in this part of the session before switching to the other deck, and we're still on pretty early stage, and we played only 2 matches. This is weird. So I guess the idea of playing 6 matches is definitely not realizable. Maybe 4 matches per hour, it could be the case. But again, the first match was pretty long. The second match was relatively long. It could be longer if opponent would stay and play longer. Hello there. Mailbox Junkie. So we have pretty decent collection of cards at this point, like in our hand. I mean, we have pretty sick hand. So we have things for the early play, like Torment of Hellfire. We have Karn to increase our draws. We have Chupacabra to destroy a potential threat. We have Red Colony to kind of build an attack strategy. So far so good. It all depends. Okay, we're playing against Merfolks with counters. This is not good. They will become pretty big pretty fast, so we need to do something fast. Good thing that we have defenders though, and I guess this is the thing that we will play. That way we will increase the potential mana. I guess the opponent could put +1/+1 counter on Tashana and on the Jungle Delver. Or that. Yep, of course we're going to lose our defender, which is completely fine. We need lens. Question is though, I guess we need to play Ravenous Chupacabra and kill Tishana's Wayfinder at this point. We could of course play Karn, but then it's going to be destroyed by this, so at this point the wisest choice is to kill the biggest creature. Okay, so far so good. Oh, good. Opponent don't have an answer for that. Just a good thing. I guess it's time to actually play Karn. Why not? There's no point of playing reds at this point. Oh, we could...
I will defend my allies.
Blah 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 blah. Of course, +1.
A curious choice.
Ooh. Give us a land, give us a land! Of course opponent is going to give us land. No one wants Chupacabra. Which means that if opponent is going to give us a land, then we 100% is going to play red and using treasure. Yep. Good. Putting additional creature in play for block or for the attack in the next turn. There's kind of no point of attacking in case the opponent is going to make Jungle Delver bigger. We need to stay in block. Come on, mailbox. So freaking interesting, frog. Frog and merfolk. I definitely need to rethink my... I don't know. Oh, good. We actually got a... Okay. So at this point, I believe, since we got City's Blessing, we need to draw a card instead of playing something. It's definitely going to be a better thing. But before that, let's just draw a card first. And then use card. That way, much likely we're going to get something that we need. Yeah. And then doing this.
The choices we make reveal who we are.
Oh, good. Opponent definitely going to give us a wall. Which is fine. It will help us to protect ourselves against big merfolks. Completely fun. And again, there's no point of attacking because opponent still... Oh, that's what opponent needs. An island. So now things probably going to worsen a lot. Let's hope it's not going to change the game that much. Okay, Blocus. So the next turn, since opponent is going to start to build the Merfolk army, it's better if we're going to use -1 and bring back a curse. That way we're going to put 3 curses in play, which is like perfect situation at this point. And that way it's going to stop opponent from playing... No, come on. Land, and let's put a wall instead of a rat. Since we have a wall, an opponent 100% is going to attack Karn with a river sneak. I guess we could attack with both. Kind of force opponent into blocking with Jungle Delver. Beep beep ba da ba boom. So far so good. So next turn we're probably going to put in play Torment of Scarabs. Of course, Torment of Hellfire we're going to keep for later. Bark. Yeah. The fact that we have like 3 Transpethered Curses, it's kind of definitely will stop opponent from playing too many Merfolks. So opponent definitely needs to think about what type of Merfolk to play, and rather it's better to focus a strategy on making the existing Merfolks better. But again, don't forget that I will be able to remove them from the game, which probably the next thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to go with -1 for the Karn and bring back Chupacabra and kill River Sneak, because again, if we're not going to do that, River Sneak is just going to be destroyed. So this is not something that I... Well, Karn is going to be destroyed. This is not something that I want, so let's just do that. We still have enough mana to use a Scarab. The Torment of Scarabs, so it's perfectly awesome. Okay. This is domination. Ugh, my voice was pretty down today. So, yeah, cool. Opponent definitely is going to discard a card. We don't know what's there, though. Ew, unblockable Merfolk. Yeah, I guess there's nothing in Merfolk that could change the situation. There's no board swipes there, or at least I can't recall the board swipe cards. Karn is definitely going to give us this advantage, and at some point we're just going to use Torment of Hellfire when opponent is not going to have any cards in play in hand, and opponent kind of has to lose a lot of lives. So we already potentially could force opponent into losing by casting for Torment of Hellfire next turn, but only doing this after attack. Yep, I guess opponent is losing. There's no chance. No chance! Doom 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 doom. No chance in hell. You've got no chance. Okay, kind of a smart choice, not? Okay, let's think. So first we're going to use +1 on card, because we might get a land. An additional land will... Oh god, we didn't get a land. Of course opponent is going to give us a red. Definitely not a moment of craving. Why would it? Oh! Opponent actually gives us a moment of craving, which is interesting. Okay, 7, 8. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we attack with all creatures. Yep. Let's just attack with all creatures. Kind of force opponent into blocking at least one of them. I believe Red Colony is definitely going to die first. Oh, this is what that was definitely a mistake. If opponent blocked, opponent would survive, but now not. +1, +1, +1, +4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 6. And let's just go with the massive thing. And we're winning. Torment of Hellfire is freaking crazy card. I mean, it could like decide the result of the game pretty quickly. And the opponent now can't do anything. Even if opponent is going to sacrifice all permanents, 1 life, it's not enough to keep it alive, so... Yep. Okay, good. We won this one. By the way, that was my full text. Merfolks. We got our 3rd win. And ideally we kind of have to finish, but no, we're going to play another match. The 4th match to kind of bring the equal division. Probably the last match with the red deck, with the Garbage Seekers, and then we're going to switch to the Glory Seekers. Oh, this is actually a pretty good hand. So we have two reds, we have Raider's Wake, which we'll be able to utilize pretty early. Torment of Scarabs, yep, good. Unfortunately we don't have any removal. Belga 89. Okay, Dino deck. It's definitely going to be hard to fight against Dino deck, but let's hope that we'll manage. If not, it's completely fine. If we're going to lose, there's going to be 50% of win losses, so it's fine. By the way, these lags are not the in-game lags. These lags are the server lags. So the reason why it's lagging, it's because of the servers. I believe it's not supposed to lag otherwise. Have pretty decent PC setup. Yeah, no block. Oh, please don't fight. Okay, this is bad. So usually this is a threat that we need to get rid of as fast as possible. Good thing that I have Ravenous Chupacabra, so I definitely going to destroy this dino with Ravenous Chupacabra, because again, if we're not going to do that, then our enchantments are going to be destroyed pretty quickly, so we don't need that. Beep beep pop pop beepity boo, skibbity boo boo. Oh, it's not necessarily a dino deck. Might be just an, yeah, this is just an explore deck with the dinos in them. I don't believe that opponent is going to attack with the Wild Growth Walker. We could kill it. I'm actually welcoming it. Definitely could attack with 3/4. We're not going to use reds to kill it though. Okay, this says not to attack. Oh, I don't know. So good, so we definitely need to play a Ravenous Chupacabra and kill the dino, because again... Although a better choice would be, of course, to kill Wild Growth Walker, because it's just going to allow opponents to go stronger, but again, our main goal is to save our enchantments, so I think we could actually play Raider's Wake, force opponent to sacrifice this dino instead of killing it, and instead of kill with Chupacabra Walker, but whatever. I still believe that opponent has multiple walkers, so killing one, then opponent's going to place another. Oh no, this freaking crocodile with hexproof is definitely a big problem. Oh, it's definitely a crazy big problem. I wish I had a chance to play Raider's Wake with Torment of Scarabs, so. But one by one. So, opponent probably will sacrifice Tishana. Or discard something. No, lose life, of course. Raider's Wake. 4, 5, 6. Damn it. Freaking crocodile. So, opponent definitely is going to play crocodile. The problem with the crocodile, we're not going to be able to kill it anyway. So... Oh, we could actually use combination of Moment of Craving to kill it, so... yeah, so let's just focus on the combination of killing the... Ah, we can't because it has hexproof, completely forgetting about this. So the only thing that could kill the crocodile is a combination of blocking creatures. So 3, 6, 7, 8. So for now, it's possible. So because of this, let's play that. And of course we're not able to attack, unfortunately, which we kind of need desperately, but that way opponent will be able to freely attack us with the croc. Crocodile. Yeah, let's just go passively. Don't have any creatures to utilize Bontus Monument, so... Ooh! Never saw this Ape Warrior. It's from Dominaria, it has Kicker 3. When it was kicked, it enters the battlefield, was 5+1/+1 counter, basically 10/10 creature, you gotta be kidding me. Whenever it attacks alone, double its power and toughness until... This is sick. This is sick ape. Like from Planet of the Apes. Okay, that's pretty cool. Grun the Lonely King. Okay, this is an interesting choice. Yeah, I guess we definitely need to focus on killing this behemoth. We kinda don't have the choice. I believe opponent has something to buff it. 6, 7, 8. But since we don't have nothing to kill behemoth with, we definitely should do this. Good. There's no buff there. Or is it? Don't believe so. Good. At least we killed the croc. Now, we don't have a problem in the crocodile department. 5, it's not enough. Wait. Wait. Let's just start to do that. That way we will gain lies, then we'll play red. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use Moment of Craving, but it still needs to be used in combination with the blocking red, so... So, the hope for now is... Let's hope that opponent is not going to get any cards with... Explore. And that way we kind of have at least some chance. And let's hope that opponent doesn't have like a enchantment on or artifact destroyers. I completely forgot. Without chatbot, I'm not seeing the chat room. Probably should. Yeah, we're not going to blow that. I need a red. Oh snap. After this, opponent could decide to quit the game, potentially. Probably not going to be the case, but hopefully. I don't believe that opponent has something with haste. There's not that many cards. Opponent could have a cat with flash. Either way, discard a card, lose 2 lives, and good. Okay, definitely a land. So, 3... I believe opponent has to sacrifice a creature, because losing life is too painful at this point. But maybe it's the smartest choice, because I don't have that many bigger creatures, so... If opponent is going to stay in block with 2/4... Oh no. Okay, don't tell me this could kill me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh! 1 freaking health and I'm dying. Don't tell me that I'm going to survive this. Yeah, opponent definitely goes to the extreme. Sacrificing, giving 6, 7, 8, 2 lives. We survived kinda. Oh snap, this is bad. Okay, let's use this and hope that opponent is going to kinda lose. So 4 and 6. Yep. So again, Tournament of Hellfire freaking saved the game. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yes, not. Again, opponent discards a card. 1, sacrifices permanent. 2, another permanent. 3, and another and then another 4. Lose life. Yep, definitely losing. Good. We won against a explore deck, I guess. So yeah, good. I guess it's time to switch to the other deck, and the second deck that we're going to play is going to be magical. It's going to be glorious. One of the reasons why this deck is called Glorious End, because it's not necessarily an effective deck, it's more a deck that focuses on winning in interesting and glorious ways. So we have a lot of interesting things in here. We have potential board swipes in here, like dealing with the small creatures, a lot of removal in here for big creatures, for small creatures, but for the most part this deck focuses on dealing like direct damage to the opponent. Because of this we have 2 fight with fire. Hopefully one of them is going to be utilized directly to the opponent's face, or to remove big creatures, a lot of creatures or big creatures. But usually the whole point, by the way, this card is banned, which is kind of a weird thing. When open beta is going to be out, we're not going to be able to play this card. So let's have fun with it now. But then I'm probably going to replace it with the Phoenix. By the way, yesterday I bought Phoenix. Where is it? Yep, I bought Phoenix, so we could actually replace this with Phoenix at some point, but for now not. I actually opened a second Squee, the Immortal. I don't believe that we need 2 versions of it, because usually if we have 1, we're already able to play it from the graveyard. So kind of, yeah, and we're not able to put 2 in play at the same time, so 1 is usually enough. For the Goblin deck, I believe we could put more than 1, but since this is not a Goblin deck, yeah. So for the most part, it's still kind of experimental deck. I mean, this one in here is a pretty weird thing. It's in here to provide us with mana to utilize big killing spells. We had a lot of creatures that basically could give us the ability to either remove cards from play or deal strict damage. So yeah, especially for the Inferno Jet, we need a lot of mana, so... Yep, so I guess this is kind of it. Again, this deck is pretty weird, but it's definitely an interesting way to play, so almost every match that I played with this deck, I had a lot of fun. So let's just switch on Glory Seekers, the second part of the session, which is going to be an hour, and go. So the cool thing is, oh, this is the stylus. This is not a pen. So with Garbage Seekers, we won 3 matches out of 4, which is a good statistic. Cool. So now with Glory Seekers, we'll see what's going to happen. Oh, this is actually a good thing when at the beginning of the game we have Oracle's Vault. We have additional mana to fast-pace the process of putting it in play. We have a removal or potential direct. Okay, good. We're playing against Snake, 42. Okay. This deck actually had more than 3 or 4 iterations before it resulted in this. It was kind of a goblin deck at first, somewhat kind of a mixture between a goblin deck and the damage dealer deck, but then basically became what it is now. Ideally we kind of need to destroy this human druid, but again, we have time. We could do this later. But now let's skip. Because if opponent is going to put a dino in play, then it's going to become 3-3. I don't believe the opponent is going to attack. Yeah. Since we're playing against the dino deck, potential dino deck, I don't know. Maybe not a dino deck, by the way. It's not 100%. One thing that we could do, and we're probably going to do right now, instead of playing Oracle's Vault, let's destroy the Drawer of Mighty and not allow opponent to get additional mana next turn. Like right now. Do this right now. Because I don't want to give opponent additional mana. It's highly likely opponent is going to sacrifice this one. Nope. Good. Less mana, good for us. And of course we could sacrifice it too. Oh, basically try to kill it, but again, opponent has exactly 3 mana to sacrifice it, so we're not going to do that. We're going to wait. Maybe opponent is going to play something next turn, and then we're definitely sacrifice it. So there's no point of attacking. And that's right. Whew. Bum-pum-pum, bum-pum-pum. Yeah, this is pretty slow. So, while things are slow, we could talk about the... Okay, now it's time. Enters the field, each player discards a card. We're probably going to discard a land. So because of that, let's just kill this. Because again, I don't want to give the opponent the ability to produce more mana. And apparently opponent has troubles with mana. We kind of don't have troubles with mana, which is a good thing. So now opponent has to discard a card. So as we're going to discard a land. Ew, opponent discarded the destroy target artifact or enchantment. You may put a land card from your hand into the battlefield. Okay, good. So now I guess it's either the time to play Glory Bringer and start attacking, which kind of will result in aggressive attack, or focus on a long-term play and put in Vault in play. I believe Glory Bringer could be a better choice. It will force us to kill our Goblin though. It's not perfect. But at the same time, this is the biggest card that I have. And if opponent is going to kill my Goblin at some point, I will already utilize it. We're not going to kill Mommy with this, so let's just strictly attack with it without Exert. That way we'll be able to attack each turn. I still believe that opponent has removal. Yep. Wait a minute, this is not a legendary? Oh, yeah. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So now we're going to force opponent into using removal, and 4, 5, it's not enough to utilize Oracle's Vault, so... By the way, the thing about Oracle's Vault, for some reason, when I'm playing it for the first time, I'm not usually able to utilize it. It's like this card has Summoning Sickness, which artifacts don't have, so it's still weird to me. Okay, 3, 4, 5, I have exactly 5. Let's focus on aggressive attack. The cool thing about this deck, it could survive a long-term play, and it could work pretty fast. Although it's still not fast, I'm probably not going to be able to win the game super mega fast. It's not the deck that can do this. The Speed Seekers is the deck that created for that. Okay, this is pretty bad. So the thing is, even if we're going to put Oracle in play, I still believe that opponent is just going to kill it. So we don't have enough mana to use Fight with Fire. Because of that, I guess we have to kill the Mummy, or we're going to lose 2 lives each turn. But not now, because usually if I'm doing this, opponent is just going to put bigger creature, and I'm going to regret the decision of using this on a freaking Mummy. Okay, probably should, because now we're in trouble. Okay, using the Bolt. Let's hope that it's going to be something that we could play. Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. Thank you for that. It's probably a good thing that I put 2 versions of Hazardous Favor in here. So if opponent's not going to kill Hazardous Fervent, we reveal the 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature card or an enchantment card among them into your hand, put the rest into your graveyard. So currently the smartest choice is to probably put either the Mummy, force us to discard a card, but opponent doesn't have enough lands for it, or put a Cultivator, which again, not enough. What the heck was that? I'll just kill opponent. Just use it without. 1, 2, 3. Resolve. It's back. We're going to... Oh, probably should have played a freaking land. Damn it. Whatever. Whatever. Let's hope that I'm going to get land right now. Yeah. Oh, it's still good. We'll be able to attack. But I believe it's better to keep it on block. But no, we're going to attack. Attack him with full force. Because if I'm going to get Lightning Strike next turn, then 3 damage and I'm winning. By the way, that's a weird deck that we're playing against. Oh, seriously? Okay then. To the graveyard, to the battlefield. So opponent still will be able to bring cards from the graveyard. So probably the first is going to be Avatar, which give opponent back lives to target creatures. Okay, let's hope that we will get something valuable from this. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No. That means that we kind of have to go passive attacks. And attack, and opponent is just going to constantly bring it back, gain more and more lives, which is kind of annoying. So it dies, opponent brings it back, 5 more lives, and etc, etc, etc. So yep, it's better for us not to attack. Let's just hope that we're going to kill opponent just passively by discarding cards. Yeah, we're playing against some kind of a Golgari deck. Oh no, Poly freaking Raptor is going to be the next one. Yeah, we're going to lose this one. This is a Dyna deck, but it's not a regular Dyna deck. Oh, this is bad. This is freaking bad. As bad as it could be. No, we have 3, so now we'll be able to play things without a freaking cost, and it's perfect. Why land? Ugh. We need one big destroyer, one big damage dealer that could kill opponent in the face, so still we'll be able to survive. Again, there's no point of attacking. Dyna Golgaris is a weird combination, but pretty interesting. Yeah, I guess we're going to lose. So right now opponent is going to attack with Veteran Son's Avatar. No, decides not to attack at all. Interesting. Okay, let's hope for a big damage dealer. Like, please. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, Mutiny is good. So we will kill the Dino. That creature an opponent controls deals damage equal to its power to another creature. They're not fighting each other, it just deals damage. So we're not going to activate the Polyraptor by this, so. Opponent's still going to bring it back then. It's kind of a pointless thing. Putting the Immortal in play kind of pointless. Let's just utilize the strategy of... I wish we could exile this. Opponent is just going to constantly bring it back with this stupid... I probably should kill this mummy before opponent puts a disenchantment on it, so... kind of in a weird situation at this point. And there's no point of attacking. Again, the only thing at this point that could help me is if I'm going to draw with this oracle something like either Fight with Fire or... What the heck was that? Why my freaking enchantment has died, please tell me. What resulted in this? Yeah, we're losing. I can't do much at this point. No matter what I'm going to do though. Good game. Yeah, we didn't have a chance. Yeah, we had a chance until this and this freaking aura. Ugh. Okay, still cool. That was the first match for our Glory Seekers. Continue. Continue. Again, this deck is pretty hard to play, but it's definitely fun when you're utilizing these pretty interesting combinations. We didn't get lucky with the Vault a couple of times. We had a chance, but opponent just got more lucky than us, I guess. Woohoo, we're going to play with the banned card. So this is pretty bad hand. It's kind of a learn term hand, so we have pretty big kind of removal. We have Inferno Jet for later. If we're not going to get lands, we could cycle it. I have early removal. Just because we have Rampaging Ferocidon, I guess we could risk it. on the learn turn play. It's pretty risky hand, but it needs everything that we need to win the learn turn game. So let's hope that we're not going to have troubles with lands, and we will be able to take some action. Okay, we're playing against Merfolk deck, apparently. Beep beep beep. So first we need the third land. Yep, definitely Merfolks. Good. So we got the third land, which is a good thing. So now we can be sure that we're going to put a Rampaging Pherocidon in play. The only thing we need to put it in play and not hopefully meet the counter spell. Yep, good. So definitely we'll put it in play next turn. And we're going to lose some life at the beginning. We're playing against a Brachiel. My turn. Okay, we can play this. Okay, let's hope that Rampaging Pherocidon at least will kind of stops opponent from something. The good thing is that I don't have that many creatures overall in this deck. So playing it first could seem a weird thing, but again, even this Rampaging Pherocidon is not going to help us in any way at this point. We're kind of in a big trouble. In a big freaking trouble. So, wait a minute. We could use Mutiny instead. But let's use Mutiny for later on the bigger creatures. For now, let's just go with this. And since we're not going to block it either way, let's just attack. Let's hope that opponent doesn't have anything with Flash. I don't believe that we're going to win this match because, again, considering the beginning, we just don't have enough time. Usually Merfolks are pretty fast, and even if we're going to remove each Merfolk that are going to enter into play, it's just not going to be enough, unfortunately. So, oh, please don't. Oh, damn it. Yes, choose this one. No, not this one. No, just, damn it. Yeah, we're definitely going to lose. Because having this one, it's kinda, you're done. For this card, we probably should add a Land Destroyer. 5, 6, not enough yet. So we can't use Mutiny. This is not big enough. Yes. It's kind of a not cool. This is not cool. Yeah, I guess we're kind of losing this. Yeah, we're losing this either way. We can't do anything because next turn opponent is just going to tap this one, make this one flying, and we're done. So 5, 6. There's no thing for us to do. 0. We could come up with something this way. I don't know. Maybe if we're going to cycle, we will get something with 3. Ah, damn it. If we get fight with fire, we could actually kill the speaker. That way we could at least kind of survive for longer. But we didn't get it, so we're losing. Just 2 Mutiny before dying, and that's it. Okay, we're losing this one too. So we lost to the Dino Golgari deck because of the stupid enchantment that transformed into a land. The same with this one. Again, we're going to attack because the opponent is just going to make this one fly. That's the point. And we lost 2 Merfolks. Pretty quickly. Again, this deck is pretty slow, and playing with Merfolks, even if I have early removal, I am not going to be able to keep up with the Merfolks, either the quantity of the Merfolks I mean in the strength, or with quality. So either there's going to be too many merfolks and I'm not going to be able to get rid of all of them, or they're just going to become super big and I'm not going to be able to kill them either. So either way we're dying. Oh no, opponent actually made a mistake. So we might have a chance. So next turn we will kill 6/6. Yeah, opponent definitely made a mistake. Unless opponent has another land. Opponent needs 4 lands to activate this, so that was probably made a mistake. Whoa, whoops! So yeah, opponent I guess understands that mistake being made. Maybe this mistake will cost opponent to win. Who knows? Let's hope for that. So next turn we will use Inferno Jet to kill Speaker. But it actually doesn't matter, we're still going to lose, I guess. Because even if we're going to utilize combination of spells, it's just not enough. Put in this one, it's probably going to sacrifice a land instead of... We actually could risk it. So we're dying either way, because opponent has 2 creatures, opponent definitely going to utilize that. So even if we're going to destroy 6/6, we're still dying. So one thing that we could do at this point is cast this and see, and that's it. We're losing regardless of that. So I just want to cast this and see what thing is going to die first. Just as an interest. Again, it enters the battlefield. We're choosing 3 non-enchantment permanents and 4 non-enchantment permanents, and these permanents are randomly dying, like at the beginning of the next step. So let's hope that this land is going to die, or 6/6. Oh, come on! Okay, good game. Yeah, we won this one too. Again, we didn't have a chance of that, of course. We could deal 6 damage to the opponent's face, but it's still not enough. Oh, wait a minute! Oh snap, we probably actually, if we did this, we might even win. Completely forgot that we could attack with this dino. We could deal 3 damage, we could deal 6 damage. Oh damn! We should attack opponent in the face, and attack in the face, and then we would... I completely forgot. Yeah, I guess it could be the way to win. So let's just call it a loss by a misplay. I didn't saw the possibility to win, because again, opponent had exactly 9 lives. We would attack with Menace creature, which opponent couldn't block, which I completely forgot that this creature has menace, and we would deal 6 damage in the face, and that way we basically would win. Okay, this is a good hand for the beginning. I mean, we have 4 lands, we have 3 removals, but the thing is, if we're not going to get anything to attack with, we're kinda down, so ideally we need to mulligan. Okay, this is a little bit better. We have learn turn play, early play, Glorious Sand. Let's risk this. We're going to get something. Yeah, mutiny, probably not a good idea. Need lands. Whew. Yeah, till the end of the session it's about like 30 minutes left. We could kind of kill it, but... let's do this next. Kind of want to see what opponent is going to play. Let's hope it's not a counter spell deck. Oh. Yeah, we definitely need to kill the Drake instead. Drake is annoying. We don't have flyer blockers. Only glory bringers, so. We're going to use open fire on 2-3 if opponent is not going to play anything else. Glory bringer. Whew. Do 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 beep beep. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, say goodbye. Yeah, this is a weird situation. Creature targets you control have vigilance and flying. Yeah, remember that. And we have nothing to kill it with, so... yeah, probably going to lose this one too. Because we're freaking getting lands. It's not bad when we have a lance, we will be able to utilize this and exert it right now. Kill this 2-3. 4, 5, 6. Only 4 lands opponent have, so Sifas is good. Oh, another one. Blazing Volley. Glory Scent. Glory Scent is going to be something that will be able to help us to win, I believe, at some point. But we need to cast it the smart way. Ah, you gotta be kidding me, this is not good. I don't believe that opponent is going to put anything else with 2-1, so let's just use it now. I don't want to lose additional lives. And that's it for now. There's no point of sacrificing land. Not important. 5, 6, 7. Again, it's... okay, now opponent able to bring back Bird Warrior. Instead, hello Angel, and goodbye Glory Bringer. Aww. I will be able to destroy Angel though. Not for long. I have nothing that could exile it, so maybe just a combination. Ah, freaking Creek. Yeah, we're not getting like it with Lens, so basically we got mana flooded in this situation, unfortunately, so we kinda losing too. We lost to a Embalm deck / Eternalize deck, so not going to use Glorious End. It's pointless at this point. Ooh. What if I would kill the Angel, then attack with 4-4, then kill 2-3? Huh? That way we kind of have a chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, the opponent is going to bring it back and do. Of course, we're going to exert. Kill 2/3. Opponent doesn't have anything but haste, so we might even have a chance. If we're going to get fight with fire, we're actually going to win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We actually have 9. We need 9. 9. We have 8. 10. Oh yeah, we're going to lose. But if we're going to use Glorious Sand... Oh, opponent decides to do a pretty interesting thing. Okay, that's a weird choice. I would instead steal Glorybringer, but... maybe opponent has a different idea. Let's just check the sound. Check the sound. Sound works! It all comes down to the luck. Oh yes. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, we need one freaking lens to utilize fight with fire, or we're dying. So what we could do, we could end the turn, save Glorybringer, and then hopefully get a land and then use fight with fire. This is kind of the extreme. Not extreme way is to kill for 4 without a kicker. That way we will survive next turn. Potentially. But what to do then? We're not going to be able to bring Glorybringer back. We have nothing to attack with and we're kind of losing. Yeah, I guess the Glorious Sand and then hopefully getting a 9th land and utilizing a fight with fire and killing the opponent in the face by having like 3 lives. It's a perfect thing. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8. For this we need 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, let's hope for a land in the end of the turn. So let's hope that the opponent is going to attack. Like we're going to make sure that like, okay, good game, you won. Oh damn it, this is a bad thing. This is bad. I don't know what's going to happen if we're going to like finish the game like right now. 1, 2, 3. It's going to play or not, I don't know. I don't believe that it's going to enter the battlefield. We're just going to end the turn. We're still losing regardless, so... it all comes down to fight with fire and freaking land. No! Damn it! We didn't get it. We didn't freaking get it. But we still kind of have a chance though. If we're going to attack with this and we're going to kill for 4 with tapping it, going to attack with both, force opponent to kill 2/3. Yeah, I guess this is the only thing that we could do at this point. We don't have enough lands, but again, we're still losing, no matter what we're going to do. It's kind of a pointless thing. Five. Opponent is going to have 1 freaking life. Oh. Oh. This is so freaking close. No kicker. Beep 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 beep. Kill this one. And again, it's just not enough. I wish we had like something. And we kind of losing still. Good game. So we lost. That was pretty awesome defeat, by the way. So we lost all of our matches. This is crazy. So we have time for like at least 1 more match, I believe. Let's hope that this match is going to be much slower than previous ones. Again, these matches were relatively fast. The thing about this deck, though, I understand that it's pretty weak. but I kind of have fun playing it. Like, in most cases, we didn't get the things that we needed. We were pretty close to winning, but we just didn't get lucky. So I don't believe that we need to change something in this deck. It still works on its own. It still kind of works pretty good. We just didn't get lucky. And again, one match I potentially would win if I wouldn't made a pretty huge misplay. So yeah, I'll just go with the last match, and let's hope it is going to be at least one win with the Glory Seekers, because it's pretty weird. So yeah, I could talk while we playing one of the last matches about the future of the bringing about the future of the MTG Study. Again, I'm going to continue study Magic like on a regular basis. This is something that I definitely planning to do, but when I will bring back creative, I might become pretty busy, and depending on this busyness, I might implement changes into schedule. So, but for the most part, I will try to make things kind of the same. The schedule is not going to change. I'm going to stream usually after basically, I don't know, 10 p.m. In my UTC +3 in my area thing. 1 damage to each, up to 2 creatures. Okay, we're going to use it later. I actually had similar games that started that way. Opponent played a couple of legions, and then I killed them with dual shot, and that was pretty cool. Stopped the opponent from attacking, and then basically killed all vampires that entered the battlefield, and at the end won the game. Might be the case for this one, and considering the fact that we have Rampage and Ferocidon, it could be a cool thing. So yeah, I still going to launch streams at the same time. The only thing, they're going to be shorter. Again, instead of 4 hours, they're going to be 2 hours. I still don't know about Russian streams, how much time I'm going to spend on these streams. Still kind of in question. Oh, good. We're going to keep this one for later. And I'm going to burn an exile spell on freaking Dust Legion Zealot. It's not worth it. And it's time. It's freaking time. And again, it's probably going to be destroyed pretty quickly, but still, hope not. So yeah, and I'm going to keep Magic as casual and in a regular way until the open beta is going to launch. Because again, as I said before, I don't want to implement in awesome ideas that I have, at least in my view they're awesome, hopefully, implement them on the early stages of the closed beta when things are not 100% sure and we don't know where game is going to go in terms of the economy, because economy at this point is the worst ever. For free-to-play players, it's bad. It's not rewarding at all, as they promised. They promised that the game is going to be super mega rewarding. It's not rewarding at all. I'm not feeling it. I'm actually hating the game, beginning to hate the game because of its economy, because 4 wins per day and that's it. And if you want to spend time to play more, for instance to finish a quest or whatever, you're not able to do this because you're basically limited by 4 wins. Before that we at least got cards. Right now it's not the case, which is the worst. The same problem with the... Okay. It's pretty early. We're going to keep them for later. Let's play this guy. We're going to lose 1 life, but it's acceptable. We could attack with this Ferocidon and force opponent to block. Then we could use Magma Spray and kill one of them, and then we're going to get rid of all vampires. Let's just do exactly that. Oops. Bluffing, 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 we're bluffing. No, yeah, opponent decides to take damage. Perfect. So, yeah, again, I don't want to implement all my ideas that I have for Magic streams until the open beta is going to be released, because again, I tried to the beginning, like, I mean, like trying to count the certain things in our decks and etc. But at the same time, it's kind of pointless at this point, because for the most part, it's not rewarding at all. I mean, you're just doing this for the sake of doing it, and you're not getting anything out of it. Like, it seems fun, but when there's no one to... Okay, when it dies... We could actually burn this guy. Instead of dying, it's not going to produce any vampires, so it could be a good idea to use Magma Spray on it. So yeah, and until they will make the game pretty close to an end, like when Kaladesh is going to be released, when they are going to make a better economy, maybe then, before closed beta, like pretty close to the open beta phase, I might start to implement ideas that I have for streams. And also, it's going to be a good thing, because I'm going to mesh the artistic world with the magic world. I'm going to create some art thing for MTG streams, which is definitely something that I'm looking forward to. Okay, we're definitely going to use 2 Magma Sprays on monsters, because, come on, they're potentially going to produce a lot of vampires. We don't want that. Now, how convenient. The only bad thing that we get rid of all of our removal, so now we have nothing. Kind of annoying. The opponent understands that the only way to do something is to do that. Ideally, I believe we could sacrifice this one to kill this one, because 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5, this one is 6. We don't have that many things with 6, so... But at the same time, let's not do that. We'll still be able to attack with Ferocidon. Okay. Since opponent might have something that could result in discarding our cards, I don't want to lose her Hazoret's Fervent, so let's just play it. And let's attack with all. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're pretty close, so next turn potentially could be a winning one. Will be a winning one if opponent is not going to gain life. Of course, opponent will. Although I think it's better to stay in defense. But I still will be able to use Hazoret's Fervent's ability of discarding a card and dealing 2 damage, so I believe this is a win. Oh, hello there, opponent is going to lose life and kill himself. That was weird choice. Good game. Okay, we actually have time for one more match, I guess. We could play it. Oh no, instead of playing one more match, again, we played 4 matches, let's just basically switch and play a different deck. Why not? Because again, we kind of finished this portion of the session, we played 4 matches, and that's it. There's no point of playing, we won finally 1 match. There's no reason to play 5th match, it's just going to add an inequality, so Vampires. We won against Vampires, that was pretty cool, and let's just basically have fun, and the rest time of the session, which is a couple of minutes, we're going to play as a Speed Seekers, I guess, because the Speed Seekers is one of the decks that's pretty quick. We're definitely going to play with the quick matches, and it's pretty kind of close to a Glory Seekers, but in a different way. It's a little bit more aggressive, and it's supposed to be fast. It focuses on auras and enchantments. This is basically its focus. It's not a regular mono red deck, but it's still pretty cool. I like to play this deck because it's fast. If I want to just basically go and quickly go through matches and not spend that much time, this deck is perfect for it, because it's pretty evidently at the beginning of the hand if we're going to win or not. Sorry about that. So, it's pretty quickly you start to realize what works for this deck, what not. What is the good hand, what is the bad hand. So this is the perfect hand because we have a long-term solution, we have a early, somewhat term solution. We could utilize this one, put an enchantment on it, basically utilize it. This is one of the things of this deck. We have exactly 3 mountains that we need for that, so kind of a perfect thing. The thing about this deck, we need to be careful and not play creatures too early because they will be removed super quickly. But it all of course depends against what type of deck we're playing. But usually if we have something like Champion of the Flame and we have card that could make this creature haste and at the same time give it +2/+2 and +1/+1 and basically make this creature with trample and for 4 in 1 turn and then attack right away without losing it, it's better to utilize it in 1 turn. So this deck is kind of, I don't know, works with combinations for the most part. So I would consider this a combo deck. Okay, enters the battlefield, choose another creature you control. The chosen creature gains indestructible until end of the turn when you sacrifice this. We could kill it overall, but next turn, not now, with Lightning Strike. Again, I would play Champion of Fire, but instead I'm going to use it next turn by playing it and put a Cartouche of Zeal right away on it. So I'm putting getting closer to oh damn it, it would be a good idea to actually kill it. That way it's going to force opponent into sacrificing this 2/1 and stink. The chosen creature gains indestructible until end of the turn when you sacrifice this bodyguard. It kind of doesn't matter what we're going to do. If we're going to deal 3 damage to this one, then opponent is just going to sacrifice 2/1. If we're going to deal 3 damage to this one, it's just going to die. I'll just help this creature to become indestructible. What the? What's happened? What the heck was that? That was a weird thing. Again, servers are definitely undergoing some glitches. It's evident. Oh, opponent decides not to sacrifice it. This is interesting. I guess the reason why opponent didn't do this is either because of a glitch, or I don't know. That was weird. Yeah, definitely the game is freaking glitchy. Again, remember that opponent could have Steal Away, since now Steal Away is here. It's a pretty annoying card. So we need to keep a pretty big attention on that. And also, starting from next turn, if opponent is going to put a 4th land, we could meet and cast out on Excellence Binding. So let's hope it's not going to be the case, and our Champion of the Flame is going to deal at least a couple of more damage to the opponent. Okay, opponent might have Steal Away. Okay, goodbye. Bad. So this is the fastest way to stop this deck. And now I'm kind of in the situation of what to do next, though. Not enough mana to utilize Fight with Fire in a full capacity. Of course, we could get there at some point, but right now let's just stay in block. Or not stay in anywhere else. So yeah, let's just not put this one in play yet. Let's just wait for enchantment and hopefully utilize it multiple times. That way we could deal more damage. So yeah, continuing. And since until Magic is going to become a little bit more permanent, a little bit more solid, I'm not going to integrate any new ideas that I have into the Magic streams, and because of that they're going to be pretty casual. I mean, like, they overall are going to stay casual because I'm considering myself as a casual player, but still, in terms of the entertainment and whatever, they're going to be pretty, like, chill. I mean, I'm not going to do more than I have to do for the closed beta stage, because again, it's just the beginning, and I don't want to kind of show all my cards at the beginning. It just doesn't seem a wise business decision. So I might not have anyone to watch my streams for quite some time because of this. But again, at least I will be able to utilize the ideas when they will be utilized the better way. Oh, come on! 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're losing. We're freaking losing. So we have to play this guy just to protect ourselves. We kind of don't have a choice. Good game. We're losing either way. Yeah, I guess this is the last thing that we're going to do. Just kill this thing. Hopefully, at least we'll be able to protect ourselves for one turn. Ugh. And we have too much mana. So yeah, and after Magic is going to become a little bit more solid, especially Magic Arena, of course, I'm going to implement more creative ideas. Will definitely put my energy into making stream better and more entertaining. Oh, come on. Good. We're still going to kill it, which is a good thing. And we're still not losing. So ideally, we actually, it's in pretty good situation. I mean, if opponent is not going to get any buffs, we'll be able to make this one bigger, kill. The only problem is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh snap. No, opponent is not going to get City's Blessing with it. Oh yes, it will. So we're losing now. Yep, it's going to become flying, and we're dying. Which is... yeah, that was pretty annoying. We lost because of we didn't have enough. We had too many... opponent had too many permanents too fast. Opponent got lucky with the history of Benalia. Okay, good. So yeah, and after basically the closed beta stage is going to be over, on the open beta stage I'm definitely going to spend time on making Magic streams a little bit more entertaining and etc. But for now it just doesn't seem logical to do this, because again, it's kind of at the beginning of your business, like put everything that you have out there without having any audience, and basically that's it. And yeah. Maybe I'm slowly will start to integrate this on later stages of the closed beta, but it's pretty early to say when it's going to happen, so we're not going to say things early, then they will kind of start. So yeah, I guess on that note for this session is going to be it. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here, have a nice day or night, and we'll see you in the next session, which is again going to be in Russian this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and in English it's going to be the next Tuesday. Again, I will try to not take any breaks. Again, the previous Friday and this Tuesday I took a break because I kind of getting back into my regular sleep schedule or regime, and because of that I kind of needed this. But then I decided, okay, I'm pretty close to getting back to the sleeping schedule, but now I need to make streams smaller in size in order to bring back creative. And basically all my energy right now I'm focusing on the creative, on drawing, painting, creating art, and etc. So because of this I'm going to spend on Magic a little bit less time, but still kind of hopefully we're going to have fun. I built a lot of new interesting decks, and guess see you in the next episode. Yes, which is again is going to be a 95 one, and after that like 5 episodes till this 100th episode celebration, which I'm going to think how to go with. So yeah, on that note, say bye.